When it comes to real estate investing, I get asked all the time about condos and townhouses. Are they worth it? Should I be investing there? Do they appreciate? Today, I want to break down for you the most common questions that I get asked when it comes to investing in condos and help you make the decision on whether that is the right place for you to put your money as you start your real estate investing journey. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, a real estate investor and entrepreneur with over 10 years experience building and growing a real estate team and investing in real estate. Before we jump into today's video, make sure that you hit that like button, leave us a comment below, and be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. I'm here to help you break out of the 9-to-5, gain financial freedom, and grow wealth through real estate. Let's dive in. So you decided to start your real estate investing journey and you went on Zillow and you went, where are the cheapest homes in this area I want to know? And what's the first thing that pops up? Condos and townhouses. And so I get tons of questions from first-time real estate investors and even some on the experience side on, is it worth it to invest in a condo? What are the pros and cons? And so today we're gonna break down all of the questions that you might be thinking when it comes to condos, answer those questions for you and help you make the right decision on whether that's the right place for you to park your money. Let's get started. So one of the first questions I get asked all the time is, what are the pros to owning a condo when it comes to real estate investing? Well, there's a lot of pros here. So first and foremost, as I already mentioned, it is affordable. If you are looking for the lowest price housing in any particular area, a condo is always going to fit that bill. So affordability, there's less maintenance on the property. That is because the HOA for the condo community is going to take care of the exterior maintenance, the grounds maintenance, taking care of the pool and all of the amenities that they have inside. All you have to worry about as a landlord owner is taking care of the inside of the unit. They've also got great amenities. So, right, you might not want to take on a pool or the risks associated with a pool, but when you own a condo, that's something that the HOA takes on for you. So they're taking care of those things and you get to offer those amenities to your tenants and they get to take advantage of them. And last but not least, the HOA is there and they help keep some of your tenants in line. You don't have to drive by the property and say, hey, just a reminder to mow your lawn. Hey, just a reminder to trim those bushes out front. The HOA in the community takes care of those things. So if you own a townhouse or something that's got a small yard or a small planter, they're gonna make sure that those things are clean. They're gonna tell you all sorts of things on the trash cans were left out or something needs addressing or something needs to be changed with the property. So it helps to keep your tenants in line and you don't have to be the bad guy. It's the HOA. So tons of pros when it comes to owning a condo on the real estate investment side. The next question is, obviously the flip side of what we just discussed, what are the cons to owning a condo? What are the downsides to owning an investment property that is a condo or a townhome? There's just a few here. Number one is the HOA cost. That is going to eat a little bit into some of your cash flow scenarios. So you might acquire the property for much less than you could a single family home, but you also want to make sure that the HOA dues aren't $500 a month that basically wipes out any extra cash you might have earned by buying a condo. So the HOA can be an issue, so just make sure that if you're looking in some of those areas, you keep it on the lower side of things. Obviously, that's a balance to make sure that they're taking care of the property as well. You also have to worry about some restrictions on some of the covenants and things inside the CC&Rs and the rules and regulations. So again, I said that could be a good thing for you because it helps keep the tenant in line, but it could also be a bad thing for you if you're getting stacks of complaints and they're coming to you as the landlord to address those things. And last but not least is that you are not the one in charge of the exterior maintenance and the upkeep of the area. So if the condo lets those things slide, then it makes the area less desirable. So if they're not updating the pool and it's 30 years old and things are falling off and it needs to be replastered and all that, that's gonna detract people from wanting to rent your property. And there's not much you can do there aside from petitioning the board to review the budget to see if they can do it. And it's a months-long process to make that happen, where if you were a single family homeowner and you needed to replaster a pool or do some sort of maintenance, you can just make those things happen. So a few cons to consider there, but I definitely feel like the pros outweigh those cons for the most part. The next question I hear all of the time is, do condos appreciate in value? This is honestly probably the number one question I get and what I feel like holds people back the most. So the answer is yes, they appreciate in value. They are real property, they are real estate. It does go up in value over time. there are certain factors and things that you need to look at when it comes to that appreciation factor. And this matters whether it's a condo, a single family home, townhome, what have you. You always need to pay attention to location and condition. Those two factors can severely limit the appreciation on any property, right? If you have a single family home up against train tracks and it's nasty inside and hasn't been updated since the 1970s, that is going to appreciate at a slower rate than something that's been refreshed and in a better location. The same rules apply to condos. The only thing that we mentioned a few moments ago was that sometimes you don't get to control the updates to the grounds of those condos and the amenities and those pieces, so that can hold you back. But if you do your research up front, make sure you find a great location and you find a great updated complex that is fresh and new looking, that is going to serve you well for many, many years on the appreciation side of things. So, does it appreciate the same as a single family home? It absolutely can. Can it appreciate less? It absolutely can, but it depends on location and condition. So keep those things in mind. It will appreciate similar to a single family home. Obviously, you're talking about starting at a lower price point, so 5% appreciation on a $200,000 condo is much less than 5% appreciation on a $500,000 single family. And I think that's the mix-up that most people have when they say, do they appreciate as fast? The rate, yes. The price and the dollar amounts, that's where you may see some of that major difference when it comes to the appreciation amount. So maybe consider buying a more expensive condo if you really like some of the advantages that come along with it. And last but not least, and this is an important one, is can condos cash flow? The answer here is yes, they absolutely can. I have condos in my portfolio. I know many investor clients that I have helped that have condos in their portfolio, and they are cash flowing. Whether that's in California or Florida or Kansas City, all over the country, they can cash flow. You just need to be a smart buyer, just the same as you would when it comes to a single family residence. So when you're running those numbers, it's just important to weigh out the HOA, as we mentioned. If that is a high monthly HOA due, you've got to be careful because that can eat into your cash flow. On the flip side of that, if you find something with a really low HOA due, maybe there's just not a lot of updates that they're doing to the community. Maybe the pool is way outdated and the amenities are way outdated and they're just not putting those funds in the right place. So sometimes paying a little bit more can bring you further cash flow down the line because it's keeping the condo updated. So definitely pay attention to those things. You definitely want to crunch your numbers a little bit more, but they definitely cash flow. You can make monthly income off of them. I've done it, many of our clients have done it. I know investors across the country that can do it. So I promise you, if you do your homework and you find the right deal, you absolutely can cash flow a condo. Those are some of the most common questions that I get asked when it comes to condos and real estate investing. I hope that covered most of the questions in your own mind. If you have additional questions, be sure to leave us a comment below. I'd love to address those for you. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's content. And as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. I'm here to help you break out of the 9 to 5, gain financial freedom, and grow wealth through real estate. We'll see you next time.